All right, so we have another unboxing today, and this year seems to be the year of long overdue deliveries. This one being 7th Citadel, the long-awaited sequel to, I don't know if you want to say sequel, I don't think the two actually are connected in any way, but to 7th Continent. So if you're familiar with 7th Continent, is a big long campaign. 7th Continent, you have different curses and whatnot. This obviously has a different kind of, so there's all the expansions. But this is the sequel to 7th Continent. And so with this, we have the base game here and the expansion content here from the Kickstarter. That was done, I believe, back in 2021, if I remember right. So let's go ahead. Let's pop open this main box. Wow, this box looks... I'm fairly certain this is larger than the 7th Continent box. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The 7th Continent box I have is the retail edition. I don't have the Kickstarter. So this is definitely larger than the retail edition. And so here we go. We have our backers letter there. We have this here, a rule book. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, get a better view of it. So we have the rule book here that's all laid out. So this has more of a, I think like a, I don't want to say fantastical theme, but I think the theme is kind of adjacent to 7th Continent. But as you can see, you've got the rules here, all laid out, very similar to 7th Continent and everything. You'll be able to save just like before. Here we have our map. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Here is our map here that you're going to be able to keep track of where you're at and what's going on, that kind of stuff. This nice little plastic here. So as you can see the Great Sea, which I don't know if 7th Continent had this, but I like this. Just being able to see the full map together is really cool. Hoping I don't have, might be a bad glare. There we go. See if that helps. Maybe not. Oh, that way you can see the map a little bit there. All right. Get that put away. Here we have our little journals and everything that we can keep track. There you have the map again in paper form. You have all the side quests that you're working on, the destiny, all that fun stuff. On the back, you have all the different buildings. Right? You have your different actions, like a little reference sheet, which is nice there. So you have, how many of these? Let's see, it looks like 4. 4 of those that you're going to have. You have a dialogue book here. I'm not obviously going to go through it, but you have a big, long dialogue book that you're going to be using. We have our introductory scenario here, the collapsing lands. So if any of this is spoilery, that's why I'm flipping through it, so you don't have to worry about, oh, if you stop it and freeze it and want to read stuff, I'm going to leave that on you. And then we have threats, and more threat there with the drums of desolation, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. So you have that. Let's go ahead and pop these open. So we have our little, oh, it's taped. Give me 1 second. There we go. So here we have our little, our little minis that I'll get to in a second. Very tiny. We have our little dials here that are nice. Like, I like dials when they're not. It actually takes a little bit of effort and force to actually move them, so they don't spin super easily. But that's really cool. I like the little designs on them that you can see there. All right, and they come in all different player colors. You got your blue ones, red one, and green one. Yeah. So we have that. We have our magnifying glass so that you can see those tiny prints and different little tiny things on the maps, on the cards that you're going to be using. We have our standees here. We have our dice. Let's see. These are engraved dice, so they're a little tiny, but, you know, nice, hefty, good quality dice. I like the engraved feel on them. Feels really good there. We have these little minis. So we'll pull out the blue ones here. You have the little minis there. Oops. There you go. These things are tiny. Pull out the red ones. There you go. This one is down on the ground, different little pose. See if I can get it to look somewhat decent there. There you go. All right, so we have that. I'll show you the other ones we got here. We have the green ones. There you go. And then I'll show you the yellow ones as well. There you go. So you can see they're pretty similar to the little minis from Seventh Continent there. I'm pretty sure these got bounced around. All right. So you have those. Put that stuff back. And then you're going to have all of your, got our little foam blocks for the, but you have the little standees if you want to use the standees instead of the minis. I won't be. You have all your cards. I'm not going to open up every single card, but if you're familiar with Set of the Continent, you're going to have these cards that are in numbers. And as you're going through the adventure, you're going to be prompted to reveal different cards for different decisions that you make and what you do. Let's see. We have the Edge of Peril. This is one of the quests. Here are all the dividers for your cards, right? All that fun stuff, your save, all of that. So we have that. So that's what you're going to be looking at here with that. And then it has plenty of room, as you can see, for the expansions that are that I'm going to be looking at here in a second as well. So we'll put this stuff back. Slide this off to the side real quick. And then let's take a quick look at the different keep wanting to call them threats. I can't remember if they're called threats in Seventh Citadel or not, but the equivalent to threats from Seventh Continent. So each of these add like a new storyline or that's going on in the world of Seventh Citadel, and little mini expansions and things. So we have the Knowledge is Power. So this is just spices up your gameplay. Obviously, that just says this expansion is for Seventh Citadel, contains 40 cards, 20 double cards to spice up your adventure, and it cannot be played without. So you got to have the base game, obviously. So we have this one. We have the Reviler, yeah, something like that. So it says, it looks like there's little minis in here. It says, commonly called unveilers, these ladybugs, as big as a fist, but completely harmless, are familiar to arcanists, treasure seekers, and other intrepid adventurers. Unveilers are attracted to magical emanations, like flies to the rotting corpse. Spotting a swarm of these critters is usually a good omen, but maybe some magical items are better left buried. So you have this expansion there. You have this next one here, which is, I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of it, but there's some minis in here. So it's a legendary, whatever you want to call it, disappeared during the conflict between Kel and the Worm Master. Rumor has it that this necrodruic spell was cast and broke it into several pieces, giving each piece 2 root legs. It's now wandering, waiting for the day when it can finally be put back together. So it looks like you got to try to maybe find these pieces and put them back together. Really cool there. And then we have the larger one, the Final Throne. All right, and this is the discovery of a mysterious stone throne in the mansion of the ancient Killian family will set off a series of events in which you will be involved, and which will take you all over the collapsing lands. So this is pretty hefty here. I'll take a look at the ones that have the minis, so you can take a look at what those look like. I don't think there's minis in this one, but I know there's minis in these two. So let's start here, and I can show you what to kind of expect from these real quick. So let me pop this open. Okay. So this is the Valengard looking thing, from my understanding. So we have these. There's some more standees and stuff that's in here, some boxes that you're going to be opening, but we'll take a look at the minis that we got. So you can see there, you can see the different ones with the root legs. Interesting little, I'll pop them out so you can see them. So this will all be a part of this expansion. And then we'll pop open the Unveilers, looks like. And that is going to, let me open this one up real quick. So I really liked playing 7th Continent, so I'm excited to get this one played. I never played through all of the content for 7th Continent. And, you know, it's been years since I've backed this, and I'll be curious to see how it holds up to, you know, all the new campaign games. Like, we're really into Destinies and really into Sleeping Gods and everything. So, to be able to revisit this system with fresh eyes and seeing what they did to change the way things work, to make things better, I'm pretty excited about that. So here we have the different little tentacle looking things. I won't take these ones out since they're pretty easy to see here, but that is going to be in the Unveiler, so I figured I'll show off those little minis. But yeah, that is I won't do a reboxing or anything for this one, just because it is pretty much just cards that I can't reveal everything. But if you're curious about what is all coming in this new game from Serious Pulp of 7th Citadel, here is what we're getting. I think the only thing I didn't get, like the neoprene mat kind of stuff. But plenty of content here to go through, tons of stuff to explore. I'm excited to get this one to the table. So let us know if this is one that you're looking forward to or not. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.